All right. So let me also share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, able to see the screen?
Yeah, yeah, Balaji.
Okay, so today we will start with the basics of this scaled agile framework. So before I get into this topic of scaled agile framework, like, do you want to share anything based on the links what I sent you earlier? Some links I sent no to have a prerequisite, a kind of for safe.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually going through some of those recordings, and what I felt is primarily, like there are specific competencies, within the scaled agile frameworks that they have actually embarked.
Okay,
Things like they're talking about lean agile leadership. They're talking about
correct.
team and technical agility, how they can deliver product through agility, right?
Mm.
How at an enterprise level, how solution delivery can happen.
Mm.
Uh, they also talk about lean portfolio management, right? So that was one very interesting area that I found, Balaji.
Okay, so to just to begin it, no, like before we get into the SAFe, we will try to understand why does the SAFe or any scalable model we actually need. So predominantly, when you are dealing at an engagement level where you have team of teams, we fundamentally needed a structured way of getting things done, because there actually should be some kind of a structured way and a process orientation in terms of how am I going to align team of teams for a shared objective. So to create a common goal objective and to align across multiple teams, we actually cannot do it in a haphazard manner, right? So in terms of facilitating the collaboration, communication, stakeholder engagement, because we are not going to manage these stakeholders going forward, we need to engage them. So in terms of stakeholder engagement, continuous learning, collaboration, coordination, communication, we need some structured approach of how to get the things done. From that perspective, scaled agile framework could be a good start. Now the point here is that, like, if the okay, even from a implementation point of view and also from a learning point of view, it is always better if we start with the essential safe. Once we are done with the essential safe, probably depending upon your contextual need, you can go to large solution or a portfolio or a full safe. So to begin the journey, we can take a essential safe. Now the point here is, without having a good grip on the essential safe, if we try to scale up the safe, only problems will get multiplied. So we need to fix the ground level challenges first. So to okay, now when you take a look into the essential safe, generally what perspectives come to your mind? This particular diagram alone.
I think it's at the team level. Maybe it goes till the more of a project management level, uh, right? Or at a program level maximum.
Yeah. So, like, if you look into this, no, first of all, okay, let us understand the users here, means the actors in this particular use case kind of a thing. Now we have Scrum Master at a team level, and we have a chief Scrum Master or a RTE who is called a release train engineer. He is going to facilitate the process aspects from a train point of view. When you say train, it could be 50 to 125 people onboarded onto a train. And then, like, you have product owner, you have product management, and you have system architect. So the way we, like, as I have mentioned in the previous class a bit about this, the way we need to read this framework is, you start reading Scrum Master, RTA, STE, all in one go. Then product owner, product management, business owner, solution management, Epic owner. Then system architect, solution architect, enterprise architect. So if you read like this, the vertical alignment will be taken care. Similarly, the same thing holds true for my my team level backlog, which is going to contain user story, program backlog, which is going to contain features, solution backlog, which is going to contain capabilities, and portfolio backlog, which is going to contain epic and sub epics. Sub epic is a term used in the rally. Probably if I'm using rally, I actually tend to map my capability to a sub epic layer. So what we see here as a development value stream in the portfolio is getting converted into a solution train at a solution layer. It's getting converted into your DevOps delivery pipeline through the ART. When I say ART, because ultimately everything is getting boiled down to a piece of code, right? So my ART work components will be integrated into a DevOps delivery pipeline using a single code branching release strategy. Okay, so this is a quick introduction to the SAFe. 1 minute.